Hello friends, and welcome to our Taurus Dark Moon Ritual. How exciting. We've spent 2 very focused weeks to bring us to this point, this deep point in the moon cycle. A time to go within and be deep, and also a time to plant a seed of new beginning. So, shall we get ourselves in the zone? Maybe I'll drum a little to do that. Following your breath, bringing yourself to the right here and right now, this sacred time which we're spending together, unified by our Lady Moon, dark moon, all over the earth. We share the same moment of the dark moon. Let's connect in with our 7 directions. I'll be very simple in my guidance because you know how to take yourselves there. Direction of below. Direction of below. Breathing you up to the heart center. Direction of above. Through the roof of our heads to the infinite beyond. Feeling your spine lengthen as this thread of above and below runs through you, grounded and yet free. Our compass points north. East. And west. Joining right here, the heart center, the beginning point. direction of within. Allowing ourselves to go deep, deep. Right here and right now, ready for ritual. Cleansing away any of the dross of the day, bringing ourselves fully present, sharing this moment together by candlelight. All that shedding that we've done during the waning moon, all that work that we've done, all that honesty and presence as we've let go of what no longer serves us. It's powerful. It brings us to this point. Let's cast our circle. Energies of air, of clarity, of incense and sage that clears the mind, air of cutting through illusion, air of wisdom, air of light-heartedness. You're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. Energies of fire, of the sacred flame that burns away the old and makes way for the new. Fire that illuminates our path, guiding us to where we need to be, our lantern in the dark. Fire, you're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. Energy of water, cleansing, soothing, water of life, of womb, water of tears and blood, the pull of the lunar tides. Water, you're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. And energies of earth. Our mama, our beloved planet that we're born into and we die back into. Earth of groundedness, of stillness and rest at this dark moon, this earthy dark moon in the fixed sign of Taurus. Earth of beauty. Look at these roses. Earth of senses and sensuality. You're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. And energies of spirit. I have you on my altar tonight as this beautiful dark goddess I've had for many years. Spirit in all your myriad forms. You're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. By earth and air and fire and water, and by the power of spirit, this circle is cast and outside of time. This circle is cast and outside of space. Blessed be. Now, while you just have a little look at these roses, I'm going to run into the next room and turn the heater down because it's like a little locomotive when it turns up in our strange little old adobe house. Hold on one sec. So on your altar, you will, I hope, have your pot of soil with your, or sand, whatever you manage to collect, with your ashes from our last ritual a week ago, or your little bits of cut up paper. And if you haven't managed to collect soil or sand, don't worry. You can pretend. And you may, I've also got some tarot cards for later on. You may like to, I'll hold some space if you want to do some divination. The dark moon is a powerful time for that. But while we have the opportunity at this point when the moon is still hidden from the sky, I'd like us just to shed that last bit of anything that's no longer serving us. I have a snake skin on the altar here that I was gifted. And let's imagine ourselves now as a snake shedding its skin. Feel those scales becoming dry and scratchy of what no longer need in our lives. And imagine yourself just slipping out of it. Just slipping out of it and emerging with shiny new scales, new potential, new possibility, shedding that old skin that we no longer need, turning death into life, because that is what the dark moon is all about. It's at this point that the crone herself slips away her old skin and prepares to emerge anew. Letting it go, just letting it go. The last of anything that's possibly holding you back from your reawakening. Just light a little bit more sage. As we cleanse and let go, that last little bit of what no longer serves us. Now, on your altar, I also hope that you have a seed. If you don't, I'm sure you could find one in your kitchen if you need to push pause and run and get that. A bean, a lentil, an almond. I have a little sunflower seed. I've been feeding the local sparrows and they eat everything but the sunflower seed, so I've got plenty of these. So I've got this sunflower seed. Whatever your seed is, I want you to hold it in your hand now. I'm going to drum and take us into a deep place while we visualize and let our imagination energize this seed with the possibility of what the new moon can bring, of what we're wanting to become. So much potential held in a seed. Imagine this transforming into a beautiful golden sunflower, heavy-headed, full of hundreds more of these seeds that just keeps going on and on. Life and life and life. So much potential. This one little possibility, but we also have to go through the process of activating it and planting it and of course nurturing it. So I'll put my seed here. I'll put you on my earth rock. Holding your seed in your hand now, You may like to close your eyes. You may like to keep them open. It's up to you. Visualizing what this seed contains. Sacred seed of possibility, of new beginning. We prepare to plant you in the rich soil of the dark moon. Symbolically activating the next phase in our own lives as we have an opportunity to do every dark moon. Holding that seed, imagine what lies within it. What potential. What are you planting? What are your hopes, your dreams? What do you wish to become? What are you calling in now? What are you activating? Allowing your imagination to visualize all the wonderful possibilities held within this seed. This seed of new potential. As I drum, flesh out those visions, make them real. See yourself as you truly are. Your potential held within this seed. All the abilities that have lain dormant within you have a chance to be activated. What has been lying buried that is ready to emerge? What seed are you planting? What outcome are you asking the universe for? Breathing yourself deep. Connecting in with your own deep wisdom. Trusting the visions that come to you. This miracle seed full of potential, ready to be activated by the power of your will. If you have divination tools on your altar right now, let's take a moment. If you don't, that's okay. Just continue with that visioning of what it is that you're wanting to activate, what it is that you're wanting to plant, what you want to grow in your life right now. But if you do have tarot cards or oracle cards or runes, or you want to run and get them now, then just push pause and do so. Otherwise, just hold space. Connecting in with that seed. Once more, we'll ask the universe for clarity and guidance about what it is that we're activating and that we need to activate in our lives right now. What seed are we planting? You already know what it is that you want to grow. This can just bring a little bit of clarity. I'm going to pull a card for myself, and then I'm going to pull a card for our group, just to see what comes up. Well, this is what I got for myself. I guess the whole world is going through that at the moment. Everything changing, just allowing, can be quite an upheaval, and it has felt like an upheaval, of course, for so many of us. But that's okay. Just allowing the old to fall away, old paradigms. That's what this tower's all about. Old constraints, old thought forms. The dark moon is a time for being aware of those kind of things. Now just for fun, one for our group. Oh look, that's very soft and gentle and sad. That's many of us alone right now, holding space for each other's sadness and sorrow and difficulties at this weird time. Just allowing for that. Again, very dark moon, to hold space for those deeper emotions. It's okay to do that. It's okay to be feeling lonely or frustrated or whatever it is that you're going through during this whole strange time of when many of us are not leaving our homes. And then a sense of new beginning and youthfulness as we plant. Look at that. It's actually holding up that seed of potential, because we've been present with our deep emotions. All right. Within this soil is this very stuff that we've been letting go of. Sadness and loss and whatever's held us back. I'm even going to put a little bit of this snake skin in this soil of mine too. You can symbolically imagine that it's going in yours too. Now, we hold this seed, and in the ashes of the past that we have burnt away, that have become compost and fertilizer for the new self, we place this seed in the soil, or in the sand, or in the ashes themselves. And if you haven't got any of those things, you picture yourself planting a seed in that soil, into the womb of the dark mother, of the dark moon, into the healing darkness of new potential, where we've let go of the old to create space for the new. I'm also going to add a little bit of water from my altar, symbolically to nurture this new growth. Now let's hold this. There is one power in the universe. That is the power of new growth, of activating our potential, of shedding the old to make way for the new, and then planting a seed of new possibility. And I, Wendy, am that new growth. And each of you is that new growth. Perfect potential activation is ours here and now. For the good of all, and according to the free will of all. And so mote it be. And now you might choose to just symbolically have that seed here on your altar for a while. You might choose to empty the whole lot out in your garden. You might choose to consciously make a little pot plant and grow physically a seed, but you don't have to, because we can be doing that in our minds as well. I'll put this out in the garden tomorrow. The seed is planted. Willingly embracing change at this point of the dark moon. That feels so good. And now, time for a bit of grounding. To that trancy work, I feel quite trancy. This is a nice vision for us to have. Let's look at this, the Page of Pentacles, holding that seed of potential, the pentacle there. I have a pentacle on my altar too. Where all the elements and spirit are unified and come together. That page, open to learning, youthful. I think that's a lovely symbol for our planting of the seed. And I think we've been very brave, very honest over the last 2 weeks to be willing to look at some of these more challenging emotions that can sometimes come up with the waning moon. And as we're navigating times of great change for all of us, the whole world is changing. From this activation, this is my personal card, good things can happen. There's a lot of energy in that. So old, stuck forms and concepts, I know what they are. I know personally what they are. And I'll be journaling about that afterwards. Can be released so that there can be space for this new growth. Things take time, so we need to be patient for this seed to activate, and we need to nurture it right throughout the next 2 weeks of the waxing moon. So this work has only just begun. We've just planted the seed. Now we must become conscious gardeners of what it is that we're growing. And now, in honor of the Taurus dark moon, I've got a beautiful little organic apple here. It's very witchy, isn't it? And to remind us to connect in with our bodies, which is the gift of Taurus, physical world, the magic in the mundane. And see this beautiful pentacle, this lovely star within the apple. And remind us to ground, to look after our bodies, to be present. Now let's open up our magical circle. Energy of earth, of sacred food, of the mother herself, of our beautiful planet, of Gaia, earth of our bodies, earth of the sacred seed, and of the soil that activates its growth, earth of life and of death. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Hail and farewell. Energies of water that help us to activate our potential and also to nurture that which needs nurturing. Water of flow and compassion, water of our connection, water of our beating hearts, the blood in our veins, our life force. Thank you. Hail and farewell. Thank you, energies of fire, bringing us joy, courage to walk our true path, willpower, imagination and visualization, such powerful tools in this work that we're doing. Keep holding that vision of this seed alive. Keep coming back to it. If you're daydreaming, just add in a little bit of daydreaming about what this seed is doing, activating this seed that's within you. You've planted this seed in your heart, this seed of possibility. So keep that focus and that will that fire brings us. Fire, thank you. Hail and farewell. And energies of air, of clarity, of incense and flowers, of changing our thoughts for the better, of kind words, of speaking and listening, of play and laughter. Air, thank you. Hail and farewell. And energies of spirit on this dark moon. Thank you for potential. Thank you for magic. Thank you for the time and space to do this deep work. Thank you for life. Thank you for death. Thank you for balance. Spirit, thank you. By earth and air and fire and water, and by the power of spirit, this circle is open but remains unbroken. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Oh, my little pussycat's just come in. from his other home. Oh, what a cutie. And now, in celebration, we'll feast together. I've got some chocolate. Celebrate that Taurus energy. All things delicious. Roses and chocolates and loveliness and body and Thank you so much. Now we get the upward journey, which I'm so excited about. It seems like we've just done such deep, deep work over this last 2 weeks. Really powerful stuff. So we need to hold space for the darkness until that moon, until that first crescent emerges. So another day of holding space for the dark and being patient. Then we'll really get active, get those visions activated. Thank you so much, and blessed be.